Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Alex Shantiano Sunga, matrix number BA192711133, and this recording is for the interview project of subject UB00202, Oral Communication in English. This is the interview projects, and I am the interviewer, and this is the interviewee. Brian, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Brian Hao, and my matrix number is BK19170068, and I'm a indigenous student from EMS.
All right, cool. So the theme of our interview today is about the impacts and influence of movies towards the younger generations. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, of course.
So before we start with the questions, I'm just gonna say this out of the consent form that this video will be recorded. Your name is going to be used. The video will be archived and the information will be made public. And also, I will need you to sign this consent form later on after this meeting, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, I don't mind.
All right, moving towards our basic question. Since you already answered your name, that crosses out one question. So moving towards our second question. How old are you, Brian?
I'm 21 years old.
Cool. Where are you from?
I'm from Brunei Darussalam.
If I wish to visit your place, what would you recommend for me to do there?
I would recommend you to visit the mosque, night markets, or parks. Those are the tourist attractions in Brunei.
All right. What is your hobby?
My hobby is to play guitar. I really love playing guitar.
All right, cool. Why did you choose such a hobby, specifically
Ah,
guitar?
it helps me to relieve a lot of stress.
All right. If you were given a choice, which one do you prefer? Watching movies or slash drama or listening to songs?
Movies or songs?
Yes.
I think I would prefer watching movie. Yeah.
Cool. Do you feel things are changing due to the pandemic and why?
Yeah, a lot of stuff are changing in the pandemic, like how everything's online. And one major change is everyone has to wear a mask when they go out. So yeah, mask is one major change in the pandemic.
All right. What do you usually do during your free time and why?
Usually my free time, I'll play games, online games, or play the guitar. Yeah, because there's pretty much nothing to do during a lockdown. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. So for our last question, how are you feeling today and why?
Oh, I'm feeling really great actually because I just finished all my assignments due today. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Moving towards our themed question. So our first question is, in your opinion, do you think movies nowadays have more good or bad influence on today's younger generation?
I think both good and bad. Yeah.
All right. Could you justify why you say so?
I would say it's because of the younger generation's mindset. They might see the good movies as bad or vice versa. So yeah, it depends on their mindset how they view the movie.
All right, cool. Could you give me an example of movies that teach good moral values?
Good moral values. There is one. It's Coach Carter. It's a true story movie which teaches us about the importance of persistence and perseverance.
All right, cool. Could you also give me an example of movies that project bad influence instead towards the millennial generation and why?
Bad influence. There is one, but it's not a movie. It's a series, and it's called The Boys. Because it shows a lot of violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good series though, but it just shows too much violence throughout the series.
You're right on that.
Yeah.
What do you think about parents' intervention in monitoring the selection of movies for the younger generation and why?
I think most parents are just protecting the children's innocence by controlling what they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some parents like mine, don't really control what I watch. I think it depends on the parents, you know.
That's you have a pretty cool parents, I guess. So, in your
Yes.
opinion, when choosing movies, do you think the younger generations are capable, or sorry, incapable of distinguishing the right and wrong message about the projected movies that they are watching, and why?
Oh, once again, I think it's the younger generation's mindset. It's about how they see the movie, how they think about movie. If they cannot really catch the story, the movie's message, then it's pointless. Yeah.
Okay. Can you share a bit of your experience whether the movies shown today have changed due to the trend and why?
I notice how most of the movies nowadays are action movies.
Hmm.
Yeah, most of the genre are all action movies. There are some of other genre, but yeah, I think mostly actions now.
Okay. So, moving on to our third final question, could you share one example of your favorite movie that might have influenced you in a certain way?
Yeah, Coach Carter, as what I said just now, because it teaches me the importance of persistence and perseverance, and it made me who I am today.
Sorry, I had a little bit of a internet lag there. Can you please repeat
Oh
your
yeah.
answer for number 8?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, my favorite movie is Coach Carter because it teaches me the importance of persistence and perseverance,
Mhm.
and it made me who I am today.
Wow. All right. Second final question, number 9. With the examples that you have shared, do you feel it is different with the mindset of younger generations? Like Coach Carter, do you think they would interpretate that differently?
For movies like Coach Carter, as an example, I think yes, they would catch the message of the movie easily because it's really straightforward. Yeah.
True that. All right, for our final question, if you were happen to be a filmmaker or director, what kind of movies would you produce or cater to the needs of the younger generation today, and why?
Movies that I would produce.
Yes, sir.
I think I would produce more on true story movies because it teaches them more moral lessons, good or bad, but you know more on true story movies. I guess you learn more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's all for me today, and thank you for participating in this interview project, and thank you for our viewers today. Thank you, Professor, whoever is watching. That's all from me. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello, Chen.
Hello,
Good.
Rita.
Yeah,
Nice to
good.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for helping me doing this task.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So, how are you actually feeling today? Uh, this Sunday weekend.
Sunday is great. Yeah, we feel
No work,
very
right?
relaxed and charged. Having my me time right now.
Yeah. So now I'm stealing your me time for few hours. So yeah, we start with the basic question now. Can you tell us what is your name and how old are
uh,
you
my,
and where you from?
my name is Shani Boni. I'm 36 years old. Technically, I was born in Kota Kinabalu, but I was residing in Kudat currently. Working in KK lah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So question number 4 is, if I visit to your place, what will you recommend me to do there?
Well, I think for Kudat, since the tourism are evolving right now, I think Kudat is suitable for those who are intrigued to know about Trongus culture, number one. Number two is for the seafood
Yes.
and the beaches. So I would like to recommend number one, Babang Gazo Lunghus Long House, the famous Simpang Mengayau.
Simpang Melayu, yes.
Bang Mengayau and beaches in Kudat, I can guarantee you one of the best beaches in Sabah.
One thing that the listeners should know that Chen is actually a frontliner. Can you tell me a little bit interesting job as a frontliner?
I'm a science officer,
Mm.
pegawai sains. During the COVID time, since last year, I was assigned to set up the COVID lab in Queen Elizabeth Hospital. You
Gabiron, eh?
know, As you know, COVID-19 is a novel coronavirus. So me and my team, we started from scratch because we never had a molecular laboratory before. We only have few tests related to molecular, but not for COVID. So in providing the tests and to provide a very reliable and true test, so it needs a very some sort of strange motivation and dedication to
Yeah.
accomplish the task.
If we move on to the next question, what is your hobby and why do you choose such hobby?
One hobby that is still maintained by me until this date is reading
Eh,
ulat buku.
yes, ulat buku.
Why? Because with books you can go to anywhere. I mean, you don't have to go to places in just one book. You can just stay there, but your imagination can go to anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
and
can travel
it
by
is
book. This is going to be a very interesting interview because you're such a busy person, and then we are talking about movie influence to a younger generation. Yeah, we move to next question, Chen, which is if given a choice, which one do you prefer, watching drama or listening to song?
okay. It's so unfair for you to ask me that question. I love watching drama more.
Mm,
It's kind of escapism for me when you can, in your current situation,
yeah.
drama is a very good escapism. You can indulge yourself in your bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can choose not to care about your surrounding, at least for a moment.
Yes. Do you feel like things are changing due to the pandemic? Like maybe your our hobby and why?
Despite of having involved in such a busy and a very challenging task during this pandemic, our life is
Yes.
very privileged. So we are some sort of lucky compared to other people, even though it made me a bit frustrated and upset, but still
But life must go
grateful.
on, right?
Yeah, life must go on, and I still grateful for whatever happening right now
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
still healthy. You can keep your job. Your families are okay.
So nowadays, what do you usually do during your free time?
Of course, Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from doing my household chores, every time I have a free time and every time I had the chance to do the things that I like, I must grab the opportunity because we never know what will happen in the future.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
before that time happens, let us take all the free time that is available right now
Mm.
and to do things that we like.
Yeah, that's actually very inspiring. I have 10 questions regarding our topic today, which is the impacts and influence of movies towards
Yep.
the younger generations. Question number one is, in your opinion, do you think movie nowadays has more good or bad influence to today's younger generations?
The ideas of making movies, the storyline,
Mm,
since since when we were young, since the years before, since the previous generation, I think
mm,
the ideas of doing the storyline, the storytelling is just the same.
mm,
It's just that the movie making technique
yeah.
is became more believable.
Mm-hmm,
So in terms of influence, bad and good influence, we do have movie regulation like
mm,
finance and lembaga penapisan basically say that movie nowadays are very giving very bad influence compared to all movies. I
mm-hmm,
think it's very subjective. I can't say that the current movies, the movies nowadays, they are worse
uh-huh,
or they are giving more bad influence
mm-hmm,
because when we were young, we had been witnessing bad movies as well.
yes.
So I think there is no
Not just this century, right?
there's no difference basically. So in every generation, there will be bad movies, there will be good
Mm.
movies. So it's
So
up to
yeah, so actually you're saying that it's up to what what are the movies that we are watching, right?
Yeah, correct. Because some of the movies they did it for art and maybe some festival thingy.
Yeah.
Some of the movies they are very abstract.
Mm,
Then they just do so, for fun. There's no message at all.
mm,
But some of them they are experimenting the movie making technique
mm.
to make it believable.
So actually,
Yes.
you are already answering my second question, which is, could you justify your reason on why do you say so? It's okay. We move to the third question, which is, could
Okay.
you give examples of movies that teaching good moral values to the viewers? Do you remember any movies? And if you say so, why?
It was an old movie. I saw it when I was in secondary school. Children of Heaven, I think. Have
Ah,
you watched that?
yes, I
Yeah, it's
watched
an
that. Yeah.
Arabian movie. It is about two siblings, a big
Mm,
brother and a younger sister. It just happened that the younger brother he broke her sister's shoes,
mm,
so they have to exchange wearing the same shoes to go
mm-hmm.
to the school. So in the morning, the brother will wear the shoes, and in the evening, the sister will
Yeah, they use
they
the
will
same
take
shoes.
turn wearing the shoes. So they have to run in between their houses.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just happened one day. There is a running competition, if you can remember,
Mm,
running competition, and one of the prizes was a pair of shoes.
mm,
So the big brother he joined the competition in order to win the
mm,
shoes. Tapi plot twist,
uh-huh.
ending dia kena tengok sendirilah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a movie, kan? So yeah, that's actually a very good example, moral value, kan? So,
Yeah, correct.
number four, and also the example of movies that projects bad influence towards the millennial generation.
When I read your question, the one movie actually crossed my mind, and I condone. I don't really support this kind of movies, regardless the ideas and how liberated and how art artistic it is. But I
Mm,
think it's for so many reasons. I think it shouldn't be produced and it
okay.
shouldn't be made. Basically, the movie, the lucky movie,
Okay.
the lucky movie is 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is based on the books now, but I think
Mm.
what happened in the book must stay in the book. Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah. I never watched that. It's actually based on romance, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think about parents' intervention in monitoring the selection of movies for the younger generations, and why? Like the Fifty Shades of Grey.
Great. I think parents, as long as the children is still underage, they are still minors.
Mm,
Parents has the full right to monitor and supervise their children. Children might have some different perception
mm,
regarding one movies, and I think we as adult we must clarify
yeah.
and give them some sort of the truth and the real message regarding the movies, and not only uh, children punya perception lah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree because I'm a parent too. Okay, that's a very good message there. Question number 6. In
Yeah.
your opinion, when choosing movies, do you think the younger generation are incapable to distinguish right and wrong message about the projected movies that they're watching? Why?
And even though they are allowed to have their own thoughts, but
Mm,
then I think for first-hand thought, we should explain to
yeah.
them
Mm,
what is the true message about,
mm-hmm.
until they can differentiate and they can appreciate the movies
Mm,
without having any major influence in their lives,
yeah,
then it should be fine.
hopefully.
Yeah.
We have like 4 questions left.
Okay.
Can you share a bit of your experience whether the movies shown today have changed due to the trend and why?
If you see, talking about Netflix,
Mm-mm.
the trait or the habit of watching movie has been changed.
Mm.
So since Netflix can be accessible and can be watched via various kinds of devices,
Mm.
so we don't have to sit down in the cinemas or
Mm.
stay at your home to watch movies. We can enjoy Netflix from anywhere and
Yeah,
everywhere.
anyway, everywhere, as
Yes,
long as
even
you
if
have internet.
it's, yeah.
So, yeah, we move to the question number 8. This is interesting. Could you share one example of your favorite movie that might have influenced you in certain ways?
I am torn between two of my favorite movies, which
Okay.
are number one, Interstellar.
Ah,
I
okay.
really love Interstellar, yeah.
Mm.
And number two is Hidden Figures. Have you watched Hidden Figures?
No, not yet.
But then I chose Hidden Figures lah because it is more inspiring. It's about women empowering, about
Oh,
racial and gender discrimination. Yeah, Hidden Figure is about the three black women who work
ah,
in
okay.
NASA. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
think I watched this already.
It made us realize that somehow female is quite smart as well, and we are
Mm.
capable, and we can be quite competitive with our male counterpart.
Yeah, just by listening to you also already inspired. I'm going to watch it. Okay, so number 9, with the example that you have shared, do you feel it is different with the mindset of younger generations?
Our younger generation, they are not experiencing the harshness of the discrimination, especially in our
Yeah.
countries where
Mm.
we are given the same equal opportunity, and in fact in universities females are much more in numbers like they outnumbered the
Yeah,
male.
yeah. Mm.
So I think for compared to those characters in Hidden Figures, and to compare it with the younger generation right now, the younger generation, they are much more luckier.
Okay, so the last one. If this is quite tricky, and I would like to know your thoughts about this one.
All right.
If you happen to be a filmmaker, what kind of movies will you produce to cater the needs of the younger generations, and why you say so?
I love this question, Rita,
Yeah,
because
I know you like this.
I would really like to. I think if I were a movie producer, I will produce more and more movies based on books.
Mm-hmm. Good books, right?
Yeah, yeah, good books. Well, there are some consequences of producing movies from books. Is number one,
Mm-hmm.
people will get back to books.
Yes.
Our aim is to empowering and to encourage
Mm-hmm.
our young generation to return to the books.
Yeah, all the books are getting rotten, right? The
Yeah, that's why it is a very good idea to make kids read again via movies.
back to the question, like if you are a film producer, okay, I know you read a lot. Uh, please choose one book that to make it as a film that
Okay.
will influence the younger generations. Let's say one book.
Alright. Buku besar peminum kopi.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good book. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So that's it. You have already answered my 10 question about movies, the impact of
Yay.
movies for the younger generation. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Yay.
Do you,
Saya.
do you have any message to the younger generations who's watching us right now?
Okay, for the younger generation, you are liberated to think and to express. You have the freedom to think and choose, but
Mm-hmm.
um, please choose wisely. Yes.
So that's very. powerful message. So yeah, thank you for helping me doing this task, this
Yeah,
assignment. So
sure, no
yeah,
problem. Bye bye.
bye.
Okay, hi. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chonkali and I'm from Seri Kembangan, Selangor. The purpose that I interview you is asking you some question about the movie, and this recording will use for the course Oral Communication in UMS. So I will asking you about 10 basic question and 10 topic question. So first of all, what is your name
I am Lao Shui.
and how old are you?
I am 21 years old.
Where are you from?
I'm from Selangor.
If I wish to visit your place, what will you recommend me to do there?
I will recommend you to taste our local food such as banh mi and chicken rice.
What is your hobby?
My hobby is swimming.
Why do you choose such hobby?
Because my place is hot, so I love to swim to escape the hot.
If given a choice, which one do you prefer? Is either watching drama or listen to songs?
I prefer listening to songs because music can make me happy.
Do you feel things are changing due to the pandemic and why?
Yes, because we lost of freedom to compare to the days before.
What do you usually do during your free time? Why?
I love to listening to songs to reduce my stress.
How are you feeling today?
I am happy today because today is weekend.
So we will get another topic question. First, in your opinion, do you think the movie nowadays has more good or bad influence to today's younger generation?
I think movie nowadays has more good influence.
Could you justify your reason on why do you say so?
Because movie nowadays will give a strong impact to people, so every country will check what the influence will brings to people before they release the movie.
Could you give examples of movies that teaching good moral values to the viewers? Why?
Yes, The Lion King and Hi Mom, because it teaches people to become more loving and caring.
And also the example of movies that projects bad influence toward the millennial generations. Why?
I think it's Joker because it encourages people to solve problems with violence.
What do you think about parents' intervention in monitoring the selection of movies for the younger generations? Why?
I don't think parents should monitoring the selection of movie for the younger generations because child should have their own thought and clear that what is happening around the world since young.
In your opinion, when choosing a movie, do you think the younger generations are incapable to distinguish right or wrong message about the projected movie that they are watching? Why?
I don't have any comment about this statement because I think every younger generations have different thoughts.
So can you share a bit of your experience whether the movies shown today have changed due to the trend and why?
Yes, because movie nowadays prone to produce the more that come from real story because the trend in younger generations nowadays seek for real.
And could you share one example of your favorite movie that might have influenced you in certain ways?
Yes, Hi Bye Mom. This is a Korean movie that I think influenced me to become more appreciate the time I spend with my family and the people I love.
With the example that you have shared, do you feel it is different with the mindset of younger generation?
Yes, because younger generation nowadays prefer to spend most of their time to accompany their friends compared to their family.
The last question is, if you happen to be a filmmaker, what kind of movies will you produce as to cater the needs of the younger generations and why?
If I am a filmmaker, I will produce a comedy with some romantic element to the younger generations. This is because I think that younger generation nowadays are become more stressful compared to the days before, and I hope they can learn how to love while they become happier.
Okay, so that's all my question. Thanks for your participant.
Okay, thanks.
How are you today?
I'm feeling good.
Okay. Okay. Today, we will do some interview question. So, are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is Lucy.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Oh. Where are you from?
I'm from Kedah, Kota Star.
Wow, nice. Okay, if I wish to visit your place, what will you recommend me to do there?
I may recommend that you to Menara All Star, the tower, because when you night over there, you can see the scenery or the All Star up there.
What is your hobby?
My hobby is listening to music and drawing
Uh, okay, why do you choose such hobby?
because I think listening to music can make me calm down and then not so stressed. If I'm stressed, I will listen to music and also for drawing. Yes,
Okay. Uh, if given a choice, which one do you prefer? Watching drama or listening to songs?
I think it's watching drama.
Ah, do you feel things are changing due to pandemic? And why do you think that?
I think yes. Did you mean that the pandemic is COVID-19, right?
Yes.
I think yes, quite a big change because now the economic sector also cannot go on because there's many how to say that people cannot go out and then cannot
Uh,
buy things like that.
yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. What do you usually do during your free time now? And
Normally,
why?
I just spend my time on social media,
Uh-huh.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, like that.
Okay. How are you feeling today? And what? Why you feeling that?
Feeling good because I just finished my lunch.
Uh, you said that now you are having quarantine, right? Okay. Due to our topic today, the topic we will discuss is the impacts and influence of movies towards the younger generation. So I have some question here. Okay, we will go through the first question. Okay, first, my question is, in your opinion, do you think that movie nowadays has more good or bad influence to today's younger generation?
I think the movie brings both good and bad to the young generation.
Okay, could you justify your reason on why do you say so?
I the reason I say good is because some content of the movie is good and maybe related to the family relation or friendship, but there's also bad things because some movie content is having sexual issue and then
Yes.
like that. Yes,
Okay. Okay. Could you give example of movies that teaching good moral values to the viewers and why?
I think the movie that I have been see is the title is Onward. It is how to say that it is a cartoon movie and
Uh-huh.
the content is about his brother and the what his brother and him have to go through adventure and find his passed away father. Actually, it is a like a magic movie lah. So that in the throughout the adventure, their relationship become closer. So I think this movie bring a moral value for me that is the family relationship between a sibling or parents is very important.
Uh, um, and also the examples of movies that projects bad influence towards the millennial generation and why.
Did you say the bad right?
Yeah.
Mm, I think just now, I think there's one that I saw on Facebook. The title is 50 Shades of Grey. Because
Uh-huh.
it is about, I think the content is more to sexual content, I think. So I think
Yeah.
maybe may bring some problems to the young generation. If they're, what to say, yeah, like that.
Yeah. Actually, I also saw the trailer of that new movie.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the parents' intervention in monitoring the selection of movies for the younger generations and why?
I think parents play important role in this section because young generation, I think they are not mature enough to differentiate the good thing and the bad thing. So the parents have to teach them and to monitor them which
Yeah.
movie is good or maybe is bad to them. So parents, I think, need to monitor them.
Yeah. Okay. In your opinion, when choosing movies, do you think that the younger generation are incapable to distinguish right and wrong message about the projected movies that they are watching, and why?
I think no, because I think maybe it's below 12 lah. I think 12 or 15 like that. They have to. They are. I think they are. How to say that? Their thinking is not mature enough, so
Uh,
they cannot distinguish the bad thing and good things.
yeah,
So I think they will be, how to say, um, how to say that, they will be, um, because they are not mature enough, so they will
yeah,
try the thing that they saw in the social media or the movie lah. They will try to do. So if they try to do the thing is good, it's nothing. If the thing is bad, so it's also not good for them lah.
yeah. Can you share a bit of your experience with the movies shown today have changed due to the trend and why?
What you mean by change by the trend?
Mm, uh, I mean that the movie the movie shown today have changed due to the trend or no?
The trend, you meaning the trend is what?
The trend I mean have simple have changed good or bad macam tu.
Oh, I think it depends lah. I think maybe 50-50. Like
Yeah,
that, I cannot say that all is good or all is bad because also got some movies is good content.
yeah. Uh, uh, could you share one example of your favorite movie that might have influenced you in certain ways?
I think the movie that I had said before this onward because the movie content is about family relation, so
Yeah.
it teach me how important between my relationship with my parents, with my sibling. So I will apply it in my life because I think it is important for me.
Okay. With the example that you have shared, do you feel it is different with the mindset of younger generation?
I think maybe yes, because mostly the young generation is not too focused on this family relation. They just
Yeah.
maybe want to have fun like that. So they maybe don't so focus on this.
Okay. My last question. Okay. If you happen to be a filmmaker, what kind of movies will you produce as to uh, shatter the needs of the younger generations and why?
If I'm a movie filmmaker, I think I will do a movie contents about friendship because apart from family relation, I think friendship is also important in our life.
Yeah.
Maybe yes, the friendship also teach us how to deal with other people like that.
Okay. That's all for the interview.